Hello everyone, it's Vince Turner 100 back again. Thanks for tuning in again. I've got a little gameplay running in the background here for you. I was playing with my mate Joe, also known by his charming name of, gamer tag I should say, of Dog Dirt 666. Basically have a bit of a run around with a Remington 870 MCS. I'm going to be doing a setup video on this. Got a setup video also loaded up on the Scorpion if you want to have a watch of that, which is an absolute beast class. But the Remington, I have to say, wicked gun, but does take a little bit more finesse in your movement to actually get to use it well. So have a watch of the gameplay running in the background while I've got something else to tell you. Now, my game's been delayed. I've been delayed getting this on by maybe a day or so. Basically been a bit, excuse the French, but pissed off. Playing yesterday, minding my own business as I normally do, and there was a lot of host migration going on. I don't know whether there was a problem particularly with the servers yesterday or, you know, some sort of problem going on at the other end of things. It bailed out a few times on me, sometimes when I was hosting as well. And there was one game I was playing in, I was getting really fed up. It had gone through 3 host migrations and, as per normal, had landed on me because I do have a fairly good connection. I'd had enough after taking about 10 or 11 deaths in gunfights I should have won, and I backed out. Next thing you know, I've got a message telling me that if I do it again, I'll be banned. How pissed off was I about this? Excuse the French, but I'm really sorry. The reason people back out, quite simply, is because these servers are so bad. I said I wasn't going to bitch on this channel about the servers and about a game, but this has really rattled my cage. I mean, you know, do I want to back out of games? No, I don't. Do I want to host games? I've got to be honest, I don't, because I think we all know what happens when you host a game. That's the game when you go and you pump a whole magazine into the back of some guy's head, and he turns around and he knifes you. And let's face it, that's pretty frustrating, no matter how good or bad a player you are. Personally, I will back out of games I'm hosting, and if I can. I do tend to get a bit sick of being in those gunfights when you're just not bringing people down, and you know you have. I've seen tomahawks go through people. I've even gone behind a guy, sneaked up behind someone, put a whole sniper clip into him, and he didn't die, which is ridiculous. So it brings me back to where I was yesterday. I'm under the threat of getting a ban. Why should that be? If people are leaving the servers, leaving the games, there's got to be a reason. It's not because we want to, but it's because they need sorting out. I wish they would just get these bloody things sorted out once and for all, and be done with it. I mean, they managed it to a great extent on Modern Warfare 3. Yes, I know there was some horrendous spawns in that at times, but it really wasn't like it is on this. You've got the awful spawns, and then on top of that, you've got the bloody lag, which is I've never seen anything like it in any other game. I mean, it's bloody awful. Really, really try out. Get your act together. I know there's little chance of you seeing this video unless anybody out there knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone, that kind of thing, and this can get to Treyarch, because believe me, there are loads of videos like this out here saying this. I'm not being quite so colourful in my language as some of them, but believe me, I'm sitting there and I really want to be. This gets on my nerves. You know, I'm at a point where if I do get a ban, I think I'm actually going to go back to Modern Warfare 3, which I feel was just a more complete game. Almost feel a little bit conned. Because when I went out and paid my hard-earned money to buy this game, I expected the complete article, and it wasn't what I got at all. You know, what I got was something that needed finishing, and I was essentially beta testing it, as were all of you guys. Everyone who paid out for this game was testing it so they could tune it up. I know that happens with game development, but really to this level? You know, when I pay my money, I want a game that's either complete or near complete. If it has to wait a little bit longer to come out, so be it. I don't mind waiting. I mean, really, I'm looking now at stuff that's going to be out on the PS4. You know, I'm wondering, is Modern Warfare 5 or whatever going to come out? You know, or even 4, I should say, because it normally comes after 3. You'll have to excuse me for that slip. But anyway, I mean, you know, what are they going to do with the next one? Are they going to hold it up for the PS4? Are they going to release it on both formats, for the PS3 and the PS4? We don't know. It'd be nice to know, because I don't know about you, but then at least I can plan my purchases a little bit better. You know, I'd also like to know who's doing the game. Hopefully it's going to be Infinity Ward, and we'll get a slightly more complete game when it starts than we have with Treyarch. You know, Black Ops, that had faults. It was okay. I got used to it, and I guess I got in the habit of playing it. When I started playing Modern Warfare 3, yeah, there were things about it that were a little annoying, but they got sorted out, and it's a far more complete game. This, however, is still not right. They're bringing out new maps, they're running competitions, they're doing this, they're doing that. They're even giving us stuff now that we can buy to download, camos for our guns and things, which is all fine and dandy. But personally, you know, I'd pay a few quid to get the bloody server sorted out. Maybe do it the same way they do on the Xbox. We pay so much a year for the servers. What do you think of that? Let me know. Would that be a solution to it, that we pay, say, £30 a year and get dedicated servers? Apparently the Xbox doesn't have the same amount of problems that we do on the PS3. You know, maybe I'll give the Xbox a go. Maybe Sony should look at this themselves. Maybe it's going to push me towards buying an Xbox 720 rather than a PS4. I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet, but you know, it's things like this that do weigh on that, and really is something we need to look at as a community. Be interested in your feedback on what you think about really, you know, what they should do about the next COD. Should they wait, or are we going to get this incomplete thing again? You know, and ultimately we're all testing it on our time and our money, which doesn't please me too much. But anyway, on a brighter note, back to the game. This game was a bit weird. I played in it with Joe. It was a Friday night, and I'd had a couple of drinks, and you know, I get a bit gung-ho when that happens. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Wouldn't suggest it to any of our younger viewers out there. Don't try drinking and playing. It does get to a point when it gets horrendous, I warn you. Anyway, yeah, I was playing, and this one up in my file share, I actually saved it, because what I wanted to do was Joe was popping over, and I wanted to give him some hints and tips on how to play a little bit better, how to get his kill death ratio up, things like that. He's fairly new to the game, and you know, I know him well. I've known him a few years. He's actually family. Oh, nice little tomahawk there. Anyway, I recorded it, and strangely, this thing actually got 55 views in a little over a day, and that was just on the Call of Duty Elite. So hopefully you guys are going to like this gameplay. As I say, I'm running around with this Remington. I love this gun. It's wicked. One shot, one kill most of the time, unless you're suffering from those lag issues that we were talking about earlier. I'm not going to start again. It's alright. I've calmed down now. Bear with me. Go to a safe place. I'm there. Anyway, as I was saying, the Remington's a fantastic gun. And one thing I found with this, I'll give you one little tip. Couple it up with a Tomahawk. Reason is that the reload thing on this is a little slow. If you use a Tomahawk and you're accurate with it, you can get that second kill in quicker than you can probably reload and fire. And it's a technique that I do use. Again, it's something I'm going to cover in another video that I'm going to do. Now, another thing, I've got some new subs. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody watching these videos. The more you guys watch them, the more I'm going to do, the more regular I'm going to do them, and the more I want you to get involved. Great guy, John RCB, has actually sent me some gameplays now, so I'm actually going to use those. He had a blinding gameplay the other day, actually against me, scored over 30 kills playing Sticks and Stones, and this gameplay will be going up soon. I'm going to commentate over it and see what you guys think. But if you've got some great gameplays, let me know. Either email me through Facebook or pop an email to me at vinceturner100@gmail.com. You can get hold of me there, or alternatively on PlayStation. If you've got some great gameplays you're really proud of and you want me to show them, pop them over, because there's no reason I won't put them on. As I did say before, I don't really want this to become kind of an ego channel for me. I love showing you guys my gameplays. I really hope you like seeing them. You know, I'm not going to put up those really boring ones. You know, we put up one the other night that friends were watching. They said, God, this is boring, so I turned it off. It's not coming up. But send me your gameplays. Even if it's just some clips, maybe I can do some top 5s. Hope you enjoyed this game. Sorry about my moaning at the start. But hey, you know, sometimes you've got to say what you've got to say. That was a 47-12. This is Vince Turner. Peace out. And yeah, today, peaced off.